Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. This is part 2 of Notion alternatives. I will link part 1 up here somewhere so you can check that out. There are a lot of great Notion alternatives, and in order for these videos not to take too long, I mean the last one was around 20 minutes, so if everyone is going to be around 20 minutes, I would probably have a video around an hour if I were to take it in just one video. That's why I have divided it into parts. I hope that made sense. Anyways, first one is appflowy, and appflowy is open source, privacy focused. You can actually self-host this, and you can even have it only staying local, so that is a possibility to you have. This is the one that is like closest to Notion, I would say, maybe together with something like Anytype. The major difference is that this app right here, compared to Anytype, is a lot easier to learn. But apart from that, they both look really like Notion. We have board view, we have calendar view, and we have this database view. That's at least what I call it. I don't know what it's actually called. Here it is called a grid view, but this is like the basic database view. You can open this up and you can write inside of here. You can add titles, images, dividers, you can add everything inside of here. What this application has that a lot of the newer Notion alternatives do not have is linked databases. So I can actually do backslash and I can reference a grid or a calendar or a board, which is basically just a synced version of a database. So if I just do that with my board right here, I can reference this board right here, which is the same as you see here. So it has the option to do that. This is also block based and it will feel really familiar for former Notion users. You have spaces inside of here, and inside of those spaces you have documents, and you can have documents nested underneath other documents. So when I wrote or made the database inside of here, it actually got nested underneath this document right here. So an amazing open source option to something like Notion. And if you have privacy concerns when it comes to Notion, this is also a great option. Or if you just want to self-host your workspace, this is again a great option. Pricing wise, this has AI inside of it, which you can get for $8 per user per month, billed annually, or 10 billed monthly. Or you can have AI on device, AI offline on your device. Again, $8 billed annually or 10 billed monthly. I am currently on the free plan, which is great for individuals or small teams up to 3 members, because here you get 5 gigs of storage and you also get up to 3 members. Yeah, and you get 100 lifetime AI responses. With the Pro plan, which is $10 per user per month billed annually, or 12.5 billed monthly, you actually get up to 10 members, unlimited storage, real-time collaboration, mobile app, and unlimited AI responses. So the major difference being members and storage and AI responses. Next up, we have capacities, and capacities is one of my favorite applications. It is one of the three, you should keep an eye out for the upcoming years, together with Tana and Anytype. This is an object-based note-taking app, and compared to something like appflowy, this is further along in its development. But it isn't as close to Notion as appflowy is. appflowy is almost like an open source copy of Notion. I wouldn't say that it is a copy, but it feels really, really similar. And even though capacities feel similar, it isn't as similar to Notion as appflowy. You have the objects here, which might take a while to get used to. So having object-based note taking, which I think will be really good for AI in the future, but it will also need you to actually work a little bit to learn how everything works, and you need sort of to switch your mindset around note taking in order for this to make sense. You have databases here, and the databases are actually structured around your objects, but you have different views here as well, and you can add different properties the to the things you have inside of here. So I have a personal social media as an object, and I have my blog post here, and I've just played around with it, but you can actually add multiple different properties here to use this as a fully functioning database. I haven't done it properly inside of my personal social media page, but you could build out a Notion-like database inside of here. This also has daily pages, which you can use. So you can write down things every single day and use this as either an inbox, or you could even use it as a way for you to do journaling. Um, you can actually do that inside of your daily notes as well. I don't like having my journal inside of my note-taking app. It's just a personal thing. Um, but you could actually do that as well. It also has one more thing that is really important. It has a graph view, so you can look at the graph view right here, and you can press show more to show more, or you can show less. I don't have enough things for a graph view to work properly inside of this, but this is one of the applications that has this database structure and backlinking, and also has a graph view, the other one being any type that has the same. I haven't seen like databases, backlinking, and graph views inside of the same application too many times. It is basically just 3-4 apps maybe that has it, my favorites being any type and capacities. So that is capacities for you. When it comes to the pricing of this is actually Norwegian. This is actually Norwegian pricing, which is around $10 each month, and this is around $12 each month. Plus minus a couple of dollars. Build monthly, this will set you back around $12, and this will set you back around 15. So the major differences here is that you get AI assistant, smart queries, task actions, and API access. This is still beta. While the free plan will get you almost everything you need, at least to start off with. Next up on the list, we have another open source option. This is a little different because you have the same structure as you have inside of Notion with databases and pages and even backlinks. You have that inside of here as well. But that is not the main selling point of this application. It has things like journals, docs, and pages. It is block based. You have databases. You don't have linked databases yet, but I am guessing that it will come. But the main selling point of this application is actually the fact that you have whiteboards inside of the application. So you can actually change any document view to a database, or sorry, a whiteboard view. And whenever you make changes to the whiteboard, you actually get to see those changes in your document as well. So just to test this out, we can do a heading test, and we can write a little bit. As you can see, you have backslash functionality inside of here as well. You even have Affine AI, but let's do a test to do. And once we go back in here, you can see that this appears in the document as well, which is a great way to do outlining, to write longer form, to just write in the whiteboard view, then go back to the document view to finish it up and pull it all together. So That's the main selling point of this application. What's great about it is the fact that it has whiteboards, but it is also in a really early development, so it will need time to get to the level of Notion. But it is open source, it has whiteboards, and it has a little bit of a different take to this page structure with adding the whiteboards compared to something like appflowy, for example, which is more like a Notion copy. This has something else to it as well. And it is a great option, especially if you do a lot of outlining. I think the whiteboarding option will be great. So we have pricing plans here as well. This will also be available for self-hosting in the future. But as of right now, they have a free forever plan, which gives you unlimited local workspaces, unlimited dock and edgeless editing, 10 gigs of cloud storage, 10 megabytes of maximum file size, 3 members per workspace, 7 days cloud time machine file version history. That is a long sentence. Up to 3 login devices. But if you pay annually 675 per month or monthly 799, you get everything in the free, but you get more storage, more time machine file version history, add comments on dock and edgeless, community support, real-time syncing, and collaboration for more people. So this would be better for teams. This is better for individuals. And you will soon have a self-hosting plan as well. So there will be an ability to self-host this application. Last up, we have an application I haven't talked about as much on my channel, and that is basically because I haven't used it as much. But here we have Coda, and Coda is a beautifully designed application that does a lot of great things with AI. Um, but I love the way this application feels. It is also more stable than many of the other options I've talked about, mainly because it has been around longer and it has developed a lot more. But you have databases inside of here, you have beautiful documents, you have the backslash functionality, and as you can see, there are a lot of things you can add here. You even have templates like meeting notes, task, two-way write-up, done reading button, so a lot of great options here. And it is similar to Notion. It is it has been for a long time one of the major competitors to Notion, and as you can see, it has a lot of the same things you would expect in Notion. We have things like formulas here as well. And this is an application I haven't used as much as many of the other applications, but I know that it is a great option if you are looking for something else than Notion. This main selling point of this compared to Notion would be the AI usage and how AI is utilized inside of this application. It has a little bit of a weird pricing structure, which I haven't completely understood yet, but I will try to explain it to you as best as I can. But it has a lot of great templates. It is a lot more. It's further along in its development than many of the other options on the list today, and even in the last video. It is quite fast as well compared to a lot of the applications I have tested out, and pricing wise, it has a free plan which works if you are just going to use this by yourself, because you can create collaborative docs, unlimited doc size for unshared docs, connected tables, charts, Kanban boards, and forms, powerful formulas and automations. This is also a great part of Coda. But the Pro plan for organizing your business and life costs $10 per month per doc maker. And I haven't completely understood how that works, but a doc maker is basically someone that can create new docs and pages. Editors can read, can edit and collaborate on existing docs, while viewers can look and comment but can't edit. So these two are always free, while a doc maker will cost you $10 each month. I think that's how the pricing will end up. This is the monthly, the annual plan, and I can set this to 1 as well. So basically, if you are one person, this will cost you $10 per month. But if you go for the monthly, it will cost you $12 per month. But they have pricing plans for teams as well. So if I just put this to 10, you can see that this comes in to $1 per person per month with one dock maker, because you only pay for the dock makers. I think that makes sense. So just to explain one more time more easily, you only pay for people who can create new documents, not for people who can edit those documents. So if you have one doc maker, you pay $10 each month or 12. If you have two doc makers, you pay $20 each month or 24, depending on whether you go for the monthly or annual plan. So that is basically how it works. You pay for doc makers, people who can make documents, and not for people who can just edit them. So that was it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching today's video.